Welcome to the Divorce Diaries podcast. One man's anonymous and live account of if he should get a divorce or stay married. He's been cheated on, and he's cheated. Protecting the innocent with changed voice patterns, the omission of names, ages, and genders. His authentic journey and account of the daily events of his marriage are helping him sort out his feelings and not get lost in the ups or the downs. New episodes are released daily. Welcome to the Divorce Diaries podcast. Entire seasons are released on Patreon weeks before anywhere else at Divorce Diaries Podcast Patreon page. Link in description. Now for today's episode.
Ooh, it's been an absolutely tough 2021. Let me turn these off. Sorry, I'm sitting in the clubhouse recording, and if you can hear everything, that would be the TVs that are on here. This past year, as I'm recording this, it's January 23rd, 2022. And you know that I've been recording this podcast for quite some time. And this podcast has been therapeutic for me. And I have some therapy elements that I didn't think would be so important, but I wanted to shout them all out. I have had people that have come into my life or have increased their role in my life, and I'm calling them my 2021 day ones. With this divorce happening and pretty much my entire life falling apart and people that I thought had my back, I realized how much they were actually backstabbing me. The people that I thought would be there forever, death do you part sort of ways. I learned this year that these people are not going to be in my life, and it doesn't matter what you did for anyone, what you're doing for them, that you love them, that you might have made a mistake. When people make a decision to cast you out, they will. And I lost a lot of hope in 2021, and I am working really hard to make sure that I have a healthy perspective on everything, and I'm looking at all of the good that is in my life, because there is good, because I made a decision at some point in 2021 as my marriage is falling apart. I no longer have a relationship with my son. I have a pseudo-fake relationship with my middle child, but I'm trying to move myself into just full acceptance of that and possibly move away from that relationship as well, because I believe that in my face it's one way, but behind my back it's another. And I don't want to. I'm not that I don't want to. I'm never going to give up on any of my children, but I'm respecting the autonomous lives that they have the choice to lead. And if they are going to choose to never speak to me again, there isn't anything that I can do about that, but I will be happy anyway. And that's, I believe, probably one of the largest perspective shifts that I've had to accept. This life that you wanted for yourself will not bear the fruit that you wanted it to. So I just want to shout out my 2021 day ones, and I'm going to do this in a couple of days because I'm going to go in for a rough procedure, and they're going to get this in a text message from me. Individuals, I will not do a group text, just as individuals. And I'm going to let them know that this is technically a group text, but everyone's not on the same group to protect the, you see, I changed my voice and I do all this other stuff, so we are protecting the innocent here. We don't want people to, be caught. So I'm going to tell them, if you're getting this text, I wanted you to know something. You've helped me in more ways than you can probably understand. 2021 has been a hard year for me, and I don't need to tell any of you how or why. We've already discussed it. There are 9 people on this list. Either you know all or most of the terrible things I've dealt with this year, and you weren't judgmental, condemning, or hurtful. You were all kind, held me accountable, gave your opinions, and trusted me to trust you. It's rare to find people like you, but I'm glad I did and have. I consider you my 2021 day ones. As I view 2021 as I view 2021 as the start of something new for me, I appreciate you. As I head in for my procedures, hopefully we'll remove this thing once and for all. I didn't want the sun to potentially set without me sending this to you. Thanks so much. You may pick out your initials below, because I'm not going to write their names, so I don't want people to know who other people are, but I wrote their first initial. And I said S. I gave your phone number to C when I was asked last week, so you may get a text. I'll text you all when I'm conscious again and out of the ICU. Peace to my 2021 day ones. I love you all. You know what you've done, and if you didn't, just know that I do.
Wow! That was the Divorce Diaries podcast. The Daily Saga will continue tomorrow. The full season's episodes are on Patreon now. Subscribe for early access. Click the Patreon link in the description. Hopefully, these entries help our anonymous recorder as a form of his own personal therapy. That's his hope and his intention. Will these recordings of life's curveballs lead this family to the best resolution in the end? We'll keep listening. New episodes are released daily on all podcast players, but all episodes are available on Patreon at Divorce Diaries Podcast Patreon page. Until next time.